Life Beyond Craft Artist. Lesson 4, Transforming Digikits into Assets. This is the session where I am going to show you how to transform your Craftartist Digikit into Affinity Assets. I know this is a very important lesson for a lot of you, so I'm going to take my time to show you everything you need to know to do a great job with your Digikits. Please remember to like, subscribe, and if you can, I appreciate you supporting me by supporting my channel by giving me or paying me a coffee. Thank you, everyone. With no further ado, it's Susan Ferrugia, transforming your Digikit to Affinity Assets. Right, so before we get started, the first thing you need to do is make sure that your Craftartist is closed, okay? Then you're going to go to your Digikit folder. So wherever you save all your Digikits, that's where you need to go. Now, the steps I'm going to give you next are very, very important. So let's go a step at a time. So you'd go through your Digikit. I already chose one I would like to try out. I haven't done this one, so I'm going to be doing all the different ones. I've done so many, I don't know how this will turn out, but I'm going to try this butterfly meadow one. Firstly, I'm going to pick up that Digikit, holding the control key and making sure that when I take it to the desktop, it says copy to desktop. I drop it there. Now, why do we copy it? Because we don't want to lose the Digikit we have that we use with our Craftartist. We need a copy of it to be able to transform it. So that's the first important thing. Hold the control key while you copy it onto your desktop. Now I can close this up, and on my desktop I've got the butterfly meadow. Now here is the next step. Before you do anything else, create an empty folder. So new folder. This is the most important thing. You can call it whatever you like. I'm going to call it 1. I will delete it when I'm finished. Okay? This is very important because one of my ladies accidentally opened all her Digikit on the desktop and it had over 1,000 images. That really stopped her system working. She thought her laptop was kaput. However, I helped her and we sorted it quite easily, with a bit of pain, but quite easily. So, firstly, create a folder and put that copied Digikit into that folder. So now there is a container, like if you've got water in the bucket, you're going to hold everything within that bucket. And you're going to hold everything within this one folder. Now, the next step is, if you don't see at the back end of your Digikit where it says .pack, so the extension for the file, you need to go to View. I'm using Windows 10. If you're on Windows 11, it might be slightly different. But you go to View, and where it says File Name Extensions, make sure it is ticked. That will show you the full name of any item you have, whether it's a JPEG, PNG, whatever it may be. We're interested in the pack. What I'm going to do is a little change. I'm going to click on it once. Click on it once again after a little while, because I don't want to double click and open it. And it's letting me change the name. Now, firstly, I'm going to take the copy off. I don't need that copy. And secondly, where it says pack after the dot, I'm going to take the pack out by typing in zip. And now that is done. It will tell me that changing the extension could ruin the file. Don't worry about it because it's a copy of the original. So I'm going to say yes. And now I've got a zip file. Next step. Now I like to use pzip. Everybody has their own um, unzipping program. So you can use what you're used and comfortable with. I like pzip. So I'm going to go to pzip and I'm going to extract here. Now extract here or extract in a new folder. I can do either. It doesn't matter. If you get into a habit of doing into a new folder, what will happen is even if you forget to put that folder one, at least it will not come all over your desktop. That's very important. Now in a minute, we should have, it depends on how big this file is, we should have a file ready. So let's wait a second. I'm just waiting for it to go through. pzip is still working. Let's see what it's saying. I've got a message. It says there is no file. Do you want to create one? Say yes. There goes. It will soon do it all. And it's done. Now, if you don't see the file straight away, press F5 on your keyboard and the file will come through because you're refreshing. And now I've got butterfly meadows created within number one. And if I go in there, now backgrounds files, all of them will be empty or with files that are not usable. So I'll show you. They don't mean anything, XML. But if you go to images, it will give you everything there is in there. So they're the letters which I ignore. I don't put them. There's so many beautiful fonts nowadays. I don't bother about my letters. Now, the next step is you will see that you've got for each image, you've got about 3 different ones. They're different sizes. Now, I like the bigger ones. So what I tend to do is this. While I'm in view, I'll change it to detail and then I go by size. So I make the size, the bigger the size, the higher it is in my list. So the big ones at the top, smaller ones at the bottom. And then I go to large icons so I can see everything there is in that Digikit. Now I'm ready to start. So what I'm going to do next is this. I'm going to open one of my Affinity programs. Now I'm opening 2. Doesn't matter because they both work the same way on your assets. And once you do it in one program, because I use both programs because I teach, and it depends on what people have, I need to show them whether it's in 1 or 2, how you do it, if it's different. However, if you set one up, I'll show you how you can then export it out of here and import it into the other one. So that's not a problem whatsoever. Okay. Now, the next step, I'm going to set up a Digikit that I'm going to call Butterfly Meadow. So these are my Digikits. So let's have a look and see if I've got a group here called my Digikits. In one of the 2 programs, I do have one. There it is, my Digikits. I go into my Digikits and I'm going to create a subcategory like I showed you in lesson 3. So I'm going to go create subcategory. And rename to Butterfly Meadow. And I'm going to say OK. Now, my Digikit assets. I'm going to place them halfway there, just so that you can see what I'm doing. I don't need any of this, so I'm going to go to Window, and up here where it says Studio, I'm going to hide the right Studio. So it's not in my way when I'm working, have a screen. Now, the first thing I'm going to do is open this up a little. I can see them. That's my first one. And I'm going to drag it into here. Now, if it doesn't let me drag it there, that's fine. I'll put it on. Let's see why it's not letting me come into it. Okay. I'm going to bring it into here. And then from here, if it won't, oh, it did. It's going to let me drag it. I've got it in there ready. Now I'm going to do the set. Now this, you don't have to, but if you want to put it on, it's the front of your Digikit, and you can place it there so that you'll always have an idea of which one that was. Now when you have three like this, you only want the big one, the first one. Now, of course, I'm not going to do them one at a time. That's going to take me forever. So this is what I'm going to do. First, I'm going to do Control A and delete them out of my Affinity. Then I'm going to go and say that one, hold the Control, that one, that one, that one. Skip that one because they're the same. That one, that one. Don't do too many because they might take a little bit longer to go in to the program. And when they eventually come in, they take time. When they come in, and they're all selected, my cat usually gets some attention in the morning. So what I'm going to do is Control A, make sure they're all there, and I'm going to bring them in. My cat usually gets some attention in the morning, so she's moaning that I'm ignoring her for doing this video for you. Right. I'm going to go down a little, and then I'm going to start that bow. Control, that. I've already got that one, that one, that one. Now I'm just picking up one of each. And again, go back here. I'm going to delete these because they're done. And I'm going to take these and bring all 9 of them in here. And wait a little. No time, Bushy. Once they're in, they're all clicked. So you just click and drag them into there. And then delete. So they're all done. And you can adjust them. So if you want all your materials together and all your flowers and all your bows together afterwards, that you can move them about, putting them where it is that you want them. So there's no, oh my goodness, they came in wrong or anything like that. So now I'm going to go to the next slot. Now I'm sorry, but they do take a little bit of time. So on that one, that one. Now that's the same, that one. One of these, I always go for the bigger because then I know I've got the best resolution. Okay. And again, drag them in. If you do, like I've just seen, do the same, don't panic, don't worry, you can easily delete them afterwards. So I'm going to again go into there, place them there, and they'll all come in. Look, they're all coming in nice and easy. So I'm going to put that up here so it will be with its own group of materials and keep all the other pieces. There's something there, I don't know what it is. So I'm going to delete that. So I'm here. I'm going to delete. Come here. And I'm going to look at the rest. So I've got that. Got these. I need one of them. Remember to hold the control while you're doing it. Anything you see that you think, oh, I'll never use that one, just ignore it. Don't bring it in. You don't have to. I'm going to stop there for a minute. I always leave it to see where I'm stopping at. And then these, I just pick them up and drag them in there. There you go. They've been done, so I can delete. Next, so I've got the heart, this flower, that. Sure, that's the same. So I just take that, the butterfly, the bow, the pink butterfly. Now, when you come to a section where you see that they became too small or start showing you things you've already placed in there, and then that's when you are ready. So again, drag them in here. And it's as easy as that. I'm going to continue all of them. And again, look, I like to, when I'm doing it, pick them up and say, right, that goes up there. And that goes up there. So I like them to be all materials together, all images together if possible. Now, that one, butterfly. Now, I think we already had this butterfly, and I'm sure we had these. Yeah, that butterfly is already there. And these butterflies, the green one, I haven't got the green one by the looks of it. I'm going to get that one we have. We haven't got that green one. Don't have that pink one. We have all these. So you start seeing that I'm nearly finished. I'm nearly there. I'm going to place them there. Let's see what else. Now, these one will be useless for me because then they won't work in the same way. So what I need to do is just make sure they're in there. And you know what? I don't mind if I get a couple that are the same, because at the end of the day, I rather have them than missing them out. And then if I see that I've already got two, I'll find the best of the two and keep them afterwards. So like this butterfly, I can already see it down here. This flower, I already got it. This flower, I've already got it here. So now I think I'm finished. Oh, some of these. Now these I don't recall having taken any of them. I'm going to drop them in. Oh, before I do, I'm going to make sure these have gone in and I can delete these. And now these come in there. And again, drag them in there. And if you see like two butterflies the same, if you know they are the same, you can right mouse click on something and say delete. So it's not something you can't manage afterwards. I'm going to go a little bit further. These flowers, they are here already. This is in here, okay. These we done. This one. Because remember, I told you there are about 3 of each. I think we've done them all. In fact, I'm sure we did them all because we're now coming to where the letters are. That's my Digikit ready. Now the next step is go up one twice, pick these up, delete. Remember, they're copied, they've done their job. and I leave number 1 on there, ready for when I want to do my next Digikit. So that's done and dusted clean. Close it. Here, I now have my Digikit to use. So if I'm going to make a card, I will bring in, ooh, let's just move this up. I like these all to be together. It's my preference, but you don't have to do that. So now if I wanted to do a design, bring that in. They are big, but you know what? Let's bring in my studio again. And then here I can go transform. You see it's 12 inch. I say do it 8 by 8. So now that should go smaller. I move it to my 8 by 8 page. And here we go. Oh, it's more than 8 by 8. So I'm on a 6 by 6. Okay. So let's go smaller. Hold on. I'm on a 6 by 6. And that's an 8 by 8. There you go. Look. So I've got my image there. And then if I want to use any of my Digikit images, I just start placing them where it is I want. And that's how to do a Digikit into an asset. Now that will stay there forever. The other thing you can do, if I go into here and I say export asset, and I'd call it butterfly just call it butterfly. I just want to show you so I know which one it is. So I've saved it. Now if I go into my asset 1, or my affinity 1, I should say, let's go and get it in there. I'll just show you. So if you have the 2 affinities or you upgrade, you're not going to lose everything. So what I'm going to do is go to assets. I'm going to go to import assets. And I should have butterflies if I've put it in the right place, which seems to have not been placed in the right place in the first thing. Ah, there it is. And I say open. I need to wait because I'm not patient at all. And now if I go here, I should have my Digikits, which are, oh, Digikits 2. Let's see. I do lessons and I end up with so many different things because I'm always adding on stuff for everybody. There it is, Butterfly Meadows. And I've got them all in there. And I can use them on my other program. Right, I hope that that was clear for you and that you've enjoyed it. Please remember to like, subscribe and support, and I'll be making more lessons for you to make sure you learn how to use this brilliant package and the way we use it for card making. So enjoy your day, and I hope you like what I've shown you. Thanks very much for now, and until the next lesson, bye-bye.